And try and give you an idea of what it was that made the Roman Empire the greatest empire of its time. To give you some idea of the soldiers who made up its army. I do it was for them to carry all of this equipment. Now, the Roman army was broken up into various groups. One of these was a century, and every century of 80 men had its own complement of officers. The first of these is the standard bearer, known in Latin as the signifer, carrying a signal. Signum, standard, was probably a badge of battle honours of the unit, certainly a unit emblem. You see this man is quite highly decorated, being an officer. The most significant has an animal skin over his shoulders. In this case, it's a bear skin, and he has an expensive set of armour called scale armour. To go on duty, garrison patrols, this man would carry the standard to show which unit the men are from. In this case, the Legion 2nd Augusta, which was in fact stationed in Caerleon. You see otherwise, this man has a walking over his shoulders and a long mail coat, and also carries a sword. Finally, from these types of officers, we have the magnifer, and he carries an imago, an image of the emperor. In the days before mass media, television or photographs, they used to let the people of the provinces and We're now going to look at the Roman cavalry. Notice about these cavalry is that they have quite small horses, more that we'd think of as ponies perhaps, but we know this is the right size for a Roman horse. They used far smaller, stockier breeds than we're used to today. We know this from excavated skeletons of Roman horses. Although these are auxiliary troops, they're by no means second rate. You can tell by the expense practicing pilum throwing. But to use the pilum at its best advantage, you've got to use it en masse. Throw it as a volley to shock the enemy, to break their charge. And here you see them practicing both timing and accuracy. There's also some legionaries using practice pila, going for range. Don't think just because it's practice equipment they're getting away lightly. In fact, a lot of the time, practice equipment was twice the weight as the real equipment to build the soldiers up. You can see men using wicker shields, the legionaries using wicker shields and wooden swords, again, to build up their strength, to build up their coordination, to learn to fight like this. There's also, at the far end of the arena, a group of men doing square up, simple marching. Even in today's times, it is extremely important, drilling the men, taking orders, organisation. In a simple battle, the commander has got to know his men will do what they're told when they're told. Now the men are striking out with it. Still here, ladies and gentlemen. How much damage you can do with one point of the sword. To get to take a slap. Now imagine yourselves as the Celtic defenders up on your wall. You've got your spears and perhaps some rocks to try and throw down on the enemy, but everything would bounce off of it. are capable of. A first shot from the ballista. A man who's lifted the last take shot and then a bowman. And a first shot from the Onager going for range. Now the catapulta could be used on the battlefield. There was one of these every century between 60 in a legion. You can imagine the variety of that rather. These weapons can shoot about one every 10 seconds and are still good.
I'd be a god if I put bullets in a room with it.